Ultra is ready to launch, more funding platforms prepare for takeoff, Hot Sauce party in the Metaverse, and much more. Hello, EOS Nation. I'm Daniel Keys, and this is episode 107 of the EOS Hot Sauce. As always, our spicy weekly updates are available in every format. You can watch on YouTube, listen on your favorite podcast platform, or read it at eosnation.io. It's also where you can subscribe to the EOS Nation newsletter to get that spicy sauce poured straight into your inbox. However you prefer it, help spread the sauce by smashing the like, subscribing, and ringing the bell. Let's get to this week's spicy goodness. The Ultra mainnet is in the final stages of its public launch. Ultra has shared details of the release process in its latest community update, along with insights into all the work that's been done in the past few months leading up to this point. On the platform development, the team has worked to increase efficiency and ease of use. Improvements were made to the user interface to make actions easier to find, and the authenticator has been incorporated into the client for all blockchain transactions, simulating a more traditional payment service. Version 1 of the Ultra protocols and smart contracts are now feature complete, including an advanced monitoring system for critical infrastructure to easily detect and fix problems. 2 new block producers were also announced. CryptoLions and EOS USA have joined the effort, bringing the number of block producers to 7 and increasing the resiliency and decentralization of the network. EOS Nation is proud to be one of those 7 great teams, and we can't wait to launch the Ultra mainnet. Meanwhile on EOS, Eden, Pomelo, and EOSTARTER are 3 new platforms gearing up to inject some much-needed capital into the ecosystem. Each platform is being built by a different team, and today we'll highlight some of the different approaches taken in terms of development, funding sources, and which types of projects are likely to be funded on each platform. Built by Dan Larimer and a team of developers that he has personally hired, Eden on EOS aims to achieve funding consensus through the system of political playoffs described in Dan's book titled More Equal Animals. If the Eden on EOS system leads to positive outcomes for EOS, Dan is hoping that block producers will approve his request to reimburse the development cost of the platform. In terms of funding, a few different sources are currently being discussed for Eden on EOS, such as a donation from block.one, new EOS inflation, and other potential sources of income that include standing up an Eden block producer. Dan mentioned that block.one has shown some interest in providing funding for Eden on EOS. However, no funding has been publicly confirmed from block.one. Eden on EOS could also be funded via extra EOS inflation, such as an extra 0.25%, which would need to be approved by block producers. Before getting such approval, Eden on EOS would have to prove its value to the network, and Dominic Thomas has outlined a potential roadmap that he believes would be a nice body of work that could be used to pitch investors, such as block.one and active block producers. Another potential source of funding would be to stand up a block producer and direct all of its daily block producer rewards to Eden on EOS. This idea gained significant amount of momentum this week when Kevin Rose from block.one's public blockchain engagement team mentioned that block.one would be happy to support such a block producer with a full weight of their votes, which is currently worth 200 EOS per day. Projects funded by Eden on EOS are likely to fall within the category of public goods, which we discussed in episode 105 of the EOS Hot Sauce. A great example of a public good is the EOS Power-Up platform and Telegram bot, which is a service all EOS users can benefit from and was partially funded by the first mock election of Eden. At the end of the day, the projects that get funded by Eden on EOS will depend entirely on the consensus reached by its members during the political playoff process. Want to learn more about Eden on EOS? Check out the Eden community calendar for weekly events aimed at growing the Eden on EOS community, such as Monday evening's open mic meeting, Thursday's Eden community podcast, and Saturday's webinar live stream. And remember to sign up for the second Eden on EOS trial election taking place on July 17th. The development of Pomelo was funded by block.one and being executed by EOS Nation and EOS Asia. Pomelo aims to empower individual donors by amplifying the funding they choose to send to various projects through the presence of a matching fund. block.one has committed to donate some matching funds for the first round of funding, which is scheduled to take place before the end of the year. Any project, team, or individual will be able to sign up as a potential candidate to receive Pomelo funding, but only public goods will be eligible to receive funds from the matching pool. Learn more about public goods and how funds are matched in episode 105 of the EOS Hot Sauce. And while we're on the topic of Pomelo, make sure to check out our recent tweet asking the community to share with us their most creative ideas regarding the origin story of the Pomelo name. We'll be featuring some of the most creative responses in an upcoming edition of the EOS Hot Sauce. EOSTARTER brands itself as the first community-powered incubator and launchpad for EOS projects. The development of the platform is personally funded by Hernan Arber, a longtime dedicated EOS community member and founder of EOS Israel. The 3 core pillars of EOSTARTER are, number 1, provide unique opportunities to all the members of our community. Number 2, provide maximum value to our teams, participants, and investors. And number 3, build and cultivate a long-term thriving investor community. Investors in the EOS Starter Launchpad will receive TART tokens that will qualify them to invest in new projects via a pre-sale or discounted tokens. Unlike Pomelo, public goods are not the focus of this launchpad. This is an incubator for private for-profit ventures, as is standard for other launchpads that have gained popularity and can be found on various smart contract platforms across the wider crypto ecosystem. EOS Starter is, however, dedicated to the enrichment of the EOS ecosystem, so they may consider supporting projects that are public goods with services to help expedite their completion and launch. In other EOS news, Chintai has partnered with Boville, an international regulatory consultancy. Support from Boville puts Chintai firmly on track for authorization from the Monetary Authority of Singapore to operate as a recognized market operator. This allows them to conduct issuance and secondary market operations on their capital markets platform. The partnership will also allow multi-jurisdictional coverage and licensing via collaboration in global rules mapping exercises. Listen to Chintai CEO and founder David Packham in his recently published short YouTube video that explains the vision of Chintai, and read more about new partnerships in their official press release. All eyes are on El Salvador after recently making Bitcoin a legal tender, and FIO's Luke Stokes was on hand in El Salvador to represent EOSIO in a meeting with the government. He had the opportunity to give a 5-minute speech to government and blockchain stakeholders about the FIO protocol and the idea to give everyone in El Salvador their own FIO wallet handle. You can listen to Luke's presentation in the YouTube video linked in the written edition of this episode. Moving on now to the world of WAX. The WAX token bridge is now online. The WAX-P to WAX-E bidirectional bridge can be used to swap 1,000 WAX-P into 1 WAX-E. Inversely, the token bridge can also be used to convert 1 WAX-E back into 1,000 WAX-P, which can be directly used on the WAX blockchain. Customers can now also use their ETH to buy WAX-E, which can be swapped for WAX-P via the WAX Cloud Wallet bidirectional bridge. This bridge also allows other crypto assets such as USDT and USDT WAX to be swapped as well. And some good news from Liquid Apps. You can now send your Atomic Hub NFTs to Ethereum to list on the NFT marketplaces such as OpenSea and Rarible using the Liquid Apps NFT bridge. The new additional feature also includes the storage of your favorite CryptoKitties in your WAX Cloud wallet. More marketplaces and utility for Atomic Assets NFT should bring smiles to all NFT collectors. Many people consider WAX the powerhouse of NFTs, and rightly so. In a Twitter thread composed by user Waxtronaut, he outlined 10 reasons to believe WAX is truly the undisputed king of NFTs. Some of the reasons include the fact that WAX has the most users, most transactions, most NFT projects, and is carbon neutral. Check out the Twitter thread to see all 10 reasons WAX is the king of NFTs. Perhaps one more reason to add to the list? CXC.world is setting the standard for musical NFTs and introducing a new blockchain curation system. This gives artists an avenue to mint their music NFTs, even if they have minimal tech skills. You simply have to fill out a form and mint the NFT if you qualified. And if you're tuning in with us live, you've probably already noticed. By popular demand, EOS Hot Sauce live premieres are back, and we're adding some new interactive elements, like an after-party in our CryptoVoxels Metaverse parcel, a live audio chat on Discord, and a revamped Spicy Rare NFT collection. Smash that bell to get notified of the next time we go live, and monitor the live chats for hints about the location of the Spicy Rare claim form in CryptoVoxels. Our after-party audio chat on Discord will also feature different members of the EOS Nation team each week, so we hope you join us and hang out and talk about EOS, NFTs, and that week's EOS Hot Sauce topics. We're also excited to announce that Season 3 Spicy Rare NFTs are going to be designed by Shramona Halder, our new EOS Nation designer. Shramona is a Toronto-based product designer whose 2D and 3D artwork has been featured in amazing projects such as movies The Revenant, X-Men Apocalypse, and others. We're really excited to have her design our new Spicy Rare NFTs on EOS this season, and what we've seen so far looks absolutely stunning. For that reason, we'll be increasing the supply of Spicy Rares from a maximum of 5 per week to 50 per week. We want more people from our community to be able to enjoy the beautiful art and grow their Spicy Rare collection. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell, bookmark our CryptoVoxel parcel coordinates, and join our Discord server to get in on all the EOS Hot Sauce action we'll be delivering every week. And that's all for this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. Once again, I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, let's keep it spicy.